All right, this is Module 2, Lesson 11. We're going to continue with the idea of multiplying signed numbers. So, Part A says complete quadrants 1 and 4 of the table below to show the sets of how sets of matching integer cards will affect a player's score in the integer game. So, for example, 3 2s would increase a player's score by 0 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 6 points. So 3 2s would be 6. So let's finish filling in quadrant 1. So 1 1 would be 1 point. 1 2 would be 2 points. 1 3 would be 3 points. 1 4 would be 4 points. And 1 5 would be 5 points. All right, going to the next column, we have 2 1s is 2 points. 2 2 is 4, 6, 8, and 10. For the next column, we have 3 1s is 3. We already have 6. Then it would be 9, 12, 15, 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. It would be 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. All right, so that's quadrant 1. So what does that represent when you're talking about cards? Well, we are picking up, that's why it's positive, positive cards. So picking up positive cards. When we pick up positive cards, our score increases. That's why all of these are positive values. All right, so let's do quadrant 4. So we have one card that's a -1 would be -1. One card that's -2 would be -2. One card that's -3 is -3, -4, and -5. All right, if we have 2 -1s, that decreases our score by 2 points. 2 -2s would be a -4. 2 -3s is -6. 2 -4s is -8, and 2 -5s is -10. 3 -1s is -3. 3 -2s is -6. -9, -12, -15. We have -4, -8, -12, -16, -20. And then we have -5, -10, -15, -20, and -25. So what does this represent? This represents that we are picking up negative cards. When you pick up a negative card, it decreases your score. That's why all of the numbers in that quadrant are negative. So what patterns do we see on the right half of the table? So we're talking about quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. So in quadrant 1, we had all positive answers. In quadrant 4, we get all negative answers. But if you notice, the absolute values are the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And that will continue. So all absolute values are the same. All right, enter the missing integers on the left side of the middle row and describe what they represent. So it's talking about this shaded row right here. So we're going to enter -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. So when you have a negative in front of that, that's talking about discarding the cards. So this is the number of cards being discarded. All right, so the next part says complete quadrant 2. So let's go up here. So if I'm getting rid of one card, my score is going to go down by 1 point. If I'm getting rid of one card that is a 2, my score will go down 2 points. If I'm getting rid of a card that's a 3, my score will go down 3 points. My card is getting rid of a card that is a 4, it would be -4, and then -5. Now, if I get rid of 2 1s, then my score would go down 2 points. If I get rid of 2 2s, it would go down 4. 2 3s would be -6. 2 4s would be -8. And 2 5s would be -10. If I get rid of 3 1s, it'd be -3, -6, -9, -12, -15. We have -4, -8, -12, -16, -20. We have -5, -10, -15, -20, and -25. So what does this quadrant represent? Well, this means that we are discarding. Why is it not focusing? That is really blurry. I am sorry. Let me try to fix that. There we go. Okay. Now that we can actually see this. So this represents getting rid of cards with this point value. So we're discarding positive cards. All right, so let's answer some questions on the next page. It says, what relationship or patterns do you notice between the products in quadrant 2 and the products in quadrant 1? So it's talking about these and these. Well, notice that the absolute values are still the same. It's actually like a reflection. If you look at this we could reflect it over and they are all the same values. All right, part D. What relationship or patterns do you notice between the products or values in quadrant 2 and the products or values in quadrant 4? So if you look at these and these, do you notice they are both negative? All right, use what you know about the products in quadrants 1, 2, and 4 to describe what quadrant 3 will look like when the products are entered. So notice that this product is positive. These two are negative. So we can only assume that this is going to be all positive products. All right, so part C says, let's complete quadrant 3. So if I get rid of a -1, that's actually going to make my score go up 1. If I get rid of 1, -2, it's going to go up 2. If I get rid of 1, -3, it's going to go up 3. And then we have 4 and 5. Now, if I get rid of 2 -1s, it's going to go up 2. If I get rid of 2 -2s, it's going to go up 4. Then 6, 9, and, well, how about if we multiply, right? That'd be 6, 8, and 10. If I get rid of 3 -1s, it's going to go up 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So what does this represent? Well, this represents discarding, and these are going to be discarding negatives. All right. So is it possible to know the sign of the product of two integers just by knowing what quadrant each integer is in? Well, yes, because quadrant 1 and 3 are all of the positive, and quadrant 2 and 4 are all of the negative products. So which quadrants contain which values? Well, that's what we just talked about right here. It says, describe an integer game scenario represented in each quadrant. That's talking about picking up positives, removing negatives would give you a positive. Picking up negatives, removing positives give you a negative. So let's talk about that. Quadrant 1 and 3 are positive. We already talked about this. And that's picking up positive cards. That's going to make your score go up. Or removing negative cards. That's going to make your score go up. Quadrants 2 and 4 are negative. And that's picking up negatives. That will make your score go down. Or removing positives. That'll also make your score go down. All right. That's all we have for the lesson, and your problem set follows this. I would like you to try out the problem set, and we will check it in class tomorrow. Good luck.